Well, I mean, I always studied guys who had a fairly good amount of work in mainstream comics. They were always a strong influence on me. So I think because I learned from them and studied their work, the work that I was doing was more geared toward mainstream comics than indie work. In fact, I think even now, if I tried to do stuff that was indie, I don't think I'd be good enough in that genre or that field to really pull it off. I think the work that I do is just geared more towards mainstream comics, really.
For this first job, did you just finally get an editor who said, "Hey, we can use you," and he gave you a card, or
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, what happened was, I think the year before that, probably '96, I went to San Diego and was showing my portfolio, stood in line for several hours at DC's booth. And there was a couple different editors that were going through the line, and they'd sit there and review 10, 15 people. And when I got up there, the guy that was there for a while got up and walked away, and Mike Carlin from DC came and sat down. And he sat down and flipped through my portfolio, which was, I think, 6 or 7 Batman pages that I had done. And he looked at them and he just went through them, and he basically just said, I can't believe you have the balls to show me this, pardon my French. And I was devastated, totally devastated. My girlfriend and my best friend were standing there laughing at me because it was the harshest thing anybody could have said. And he told me, he said, "You don't like to draw backgrounds. Your figures are great. They work. They're as good as many of the people working for me, but I don't know if this is a bridge or a tennis net. I don't know what you're drawing in the background. Go learn how to draw backgrounds. Get your figures involved in their environment, make it believable, and then I'll give you a job." So I was very hurt, very sad for a short amount of time, and then I went home and did what he said to do. And the next year I came back, showed the portfolio to Dan Raspler and Dan Thorsland, who were editors at DC, because he had suggested showing it to them, and they hired me. Dan Thorsland hired me to do Challenge the Unknown. Mm-hmm. So it was a year later. So it was probably the best portfolio review I ever got. The hardest and the best all at the same time.
Yeah.